When we have the new come into our lives, we've got to push out the old. The old is the new that you've processed, and it's no longer good for you. The car you've had for over 3 years, not good for you. The phone you've had for over 2 years, not good for you. The computer you've been using for 3 years, it's destroying you. And you're going to say, oh, and the partner you've been living with for a year, I think you got to switch up partners. Keep this in mind. Even in a relationship, what we love about each other is the new, the unknown. When you are developing, when your partner is developing, and you are developing, you see the new in each other and you fall in love with the new. I used to think that relationships were hard work. Why? Because that's what people would say, and that's what I saw in my family. So they were not supportive. If I was in a marriage this miserable, I'd have left. And when my father left, I was like, thank God. Enough is enough. And in general, I understand that when you are developing, and my dad was developing, he would do something the whole time, he would hustle, he would have projects, he wouldn't drink, he wouldn't smoke. But my mom wasn't happy with it. Why? Because she couldn't accept what he was doing, and as a result, he would drain her energy, the energy she was lacking, and because he accepted her the way she was, this is what killed her, and she had to be unhappy with him to survive, to make him loathe her, to make him poor, and that was the only way for her to survive. So, your partner's energy is the essence of your wealth. The energy of your partner gives you wealth through the laws that you use. So if your partner, and I'm going to be direct, and I'm not going to apologize, I'm going to be very direct, if your partner is a tool, and your partner is a tool when they're modest, shy, conformist, insecure, indecisive, resentful, shy, and full of self-doubt. So this is a state when I'm giving this fact, and I'm thinking back to my mother. She's 6 feet under, and I'm throwing dirt on her casket. Shy, resentful, indecisive. I'm so sorry for saying this, but what can I say if this is true? I wish you had a better life. This is very important for you to know. People, nobody will care about you if you're modest. Nobody cares about the modest people. If you say, I was born this way, nobody cares if you're born this way. If you're born modest, live in modest land. But if you want to live a full life, you got to break out of your shell. You got to get out there. Live a little. Go to life school. So the way it works is we have two extremes. And we're going to be talking about relationships. People. The basis of your attractiveness is your optimism. People want to look at you and say, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful when you radiate joy. And when you don't radiate joy, and some people are like, I'm going to be gloomy. Life sucks, happiness sucks. That's it. I'm going to be a goth. I'm going to stay in the dark all day. I don't want to see the sunlight ever again. And to radiate joy is the building block of your life. Everything is based on the joy you get, the yin and the yang energy. I want to tell you so many things, but I will tell you the things you are ready to understand. So life consists of the yin energy of the state. It turns into the yang energy of knowledge, and then into the yang energy of action, and then the yin energy of materialization. And this yin energy, when we materialize it, it gives us a state. For example, you dream about having a Mercedes-Benz, and I'm sorry if you're dreaming about a Bentley or Rolls-Royce. Well, we'll get on that later. You're dreaming of a Mercedes, and the state, when you see a Mercedes, is you feel good. You think about it, you imagine the Mercedes you want to choose, and then you make the money for the Mercedes and you buy the Mercedes. And when you're driving around in a Mercedes, you feel a certain state that the yin energy gives you that leads to you thinking about your next car and then buying your next car and then materializing it by driving the car. You feel a state and then you think about your next car.